is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. We have a late-season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Sooners headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Ole Miss offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
The run inside. It's Gill. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up fourth down. The Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Trying to get started. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Sooners offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. Headed out to lead this team is John Mateer. Last time out, a solid day and a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Sells the run, looking to pass. Lets it fly. Got his man downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Off play action. They're all over him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Alexander.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Rush is on. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. He's got great speed. Made a defender miss. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Gets the back moving. Sets his feet. It's Mateer. Rolls right. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it. Long way to go on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Working the ground game. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tells to run, wants to pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Extending the play. He's turning it loose into the middle. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Great job by the DB on that play. How many times in these types of deep ball situations do we see pass interference? That cornerback could not have played that ball better.
Complete to the right.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. Here comes the heat. On the run, fires downfield. Out wide left, it's Gill. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
And the Rebels moving quickly to the line.
And it was amazing to watch Kewan Lacy take off last year. Like, he was at Missouri the year before, and you're kind of like, he's not that great of a player. All of a sudden, goes to Ole Miss, and you see the speeds, the long stride, the playmaking ability. This was an offense at Ole Miss that was built around him a year ago, and he's back, and I expect him to be fed and fed well.
Grab behind the line. It's Alexander. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. He'll try to get to the marker himself. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Now the lead is down to 11. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the ropes. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And one thing I'm really interested to see is this Ole Miss offense post-Lane Kiffin, post-Charlie Weiss Jr., and they always find wide receivers. Palmer, it's amazing. They've had a knack for it. Was that Kiffin? Was that Weiss? Can Golden find those guys? They bring in a bunch of transfers to try to fulfill the same recipe that they've been using. Let's see how fast it will work.
The best news is Trinidad Chambliss is back throwing the ball, though. And he's one of those guys who can elevate the players around him, too. You're right. There's going to be some new faces, and it's going to be important from a chemistry standpoint that he and these guys are able to get on the same page very early on. But once everything starts clicking, man, they light up the scoreboard. And how much would you love it as a receiver playing with a quarterback like Chambliss?
Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer, it's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Still looking to his right. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Sategna. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Sooners, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Tells the play fake, lost a throw on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. A strike downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's got him in the flat. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. It's inside. It's Lacey. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Left side is Lacey. Makes it down immediately. He picks up a few. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Rebels line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Trying to make one miss. He gets a block. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. First play of this drive. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Moves the pocket. It's Mateer. Hauls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's going for a big play downfield. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield. Record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, it's Lacy. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Makes the catch. It's Alexander. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Out wide left, it's Alexander. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. Wants to throw on first. Takes a hit as he fires. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There is no way
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the number 4 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's Oklahoma State sneaking out of here with an upset victory. And have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Norman. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And of course, his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Has to uncork this one off his back foot. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Back to throw, it's Chambliss. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Reporting from the Oklahoma sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise.
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead, he gives up the big safety.
Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play fake. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Still on his feet at the 35. And that won't quite be enough for the 1st down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. The Rebels send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Slips through the line. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together, get some good mojo going.
The fake wants to throw. Flush to the left. Now he'll let one fly down the left side.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Into the end zone for 6. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running inside, it's Lacy. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. 2nd and long here. Might as well run him again. Good, strong tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, he didn't get past a marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Making his first move. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. On the run, it's Blaylock. They were all over it. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Moves to his right. Fires on the move. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds a man on the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Look out! It's dropped after taking the hit. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. On play action. Buying time to his right. Sails one into the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Quick give. It's Lacy. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
This game is a virtual lock, and with that in mind, let's take a look at the projected playoff bracket here in Week 11. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Straight ahead, it's Lacy. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. And he's brought down after a short gain. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. 3rd and long right here. Keeps it himself. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And it slips just inside that right upright. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Makes a move. He's got it out. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And he added the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Chambliss. Fires on the move. Finds a man in the middle. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. On the ground, it's Lacy. Pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Now a timeout called by the Sooners, that's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Rush right in his face. Had to throw it before he wanted.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Sells the run, looking to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying,
He uncorks one deep. Snags it on the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. The Sooners come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. The run inside. It's Robinson. Out 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Selling the fake. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Sategna. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
And we have breaking news. Score yet another touchdown. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hits inside, it's Lacy. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent.